All right, all right, all right. Yeah. Vevor. Tough tools, half the price. Let's find out. So, what is going on, West Lawn Care people? As you can see, we are doing a review today and an unboxing of the Vevor 6-in-1 multi-functioning system. Okay, cool. So, a little bit of information about Vevor. They've been around since 2007. They are now just distributing things all across the globe. So if you need like some cheap, not cheap, but like affordable lawn care stuff, besides going to the name brands that we already know about, that we're well familiar with, if you wanted to try a different route, Vevor will be a good option. Yes, this is also on Temu, but I went to the actual website themselves, vevor.com. Now, just to give you a little bit of information, yes, we did get some equipment stolen from us back in December of 2025. And I got to thinking, I'm like, there's a lot of name brands out there that if somebody wants them, they're going to automatically go for that name brand. So I wanted to try something different. We at West Lawn Care wanted to try something different. So here we are trying something different. We know the other good name brands out there. Still Toro, John Deere, and Red Max, and all those different name brands. But I wanted to try to go a different route to see if we can still get that type of performance for something cheap. Cheap price. Let's talk about it. So this right now for the 52cc 6-in-1 multi-function kit was $202.90. In addition, we went ahead and got a 2-year warranty for $30. All right. So do the math on that, okay? Do the math on that. Of course, you're gonna pay for shipping and handling. So they do offer different ranges of varieties of warranties. You can get a 1 year, 2 year, or 3 year. We went ahead and did the 2 year. So as I get my handy dandy trusty tool, let's get this thing open. No. So yeah, so we was in the market because of that. We went to go a different route, and this is the route that we chose. So they got this thing on here, really good. Cutting those things. This open. Here we go. See what we can get in here. So inside this box, what we will see will be the head. Oh, what is this? Okay, safety first. Safety first. Put that back in. All right. Man, I think we got a whole traveling case. Let's get everything out the box first. And then we'll go from there. So off rip, we have a bag. So there's a bag that comes with it. I'm guessing that if you want to put all the attachments in here and everything, that you can do it. All right, you can do it. We're just gonna put this to the side. All right, cool. Let's get this other box out. You know what? Let's get the styrofoam out the way. I'll let my son break that up. This is nice, man. Okay, I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm excited. All right. Okay, it's official. Okay, cool. Let me get everything out the box, and then we're gonna open it. All right. Let me get everything out the box. Let's get this nice and neat as possible. I'm gonna pull that out last. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All goodness. This thing is huge. Because usually when you do like another product, steel or something like their guard ain't that huge. This thing is huge. All right. All right. Let's get this styrofoam out the way. All right. Here it is. The piece of the resistance. That it. All right. Am I overlooking something? It's probably in the big box. I'm looking for the manual because I want to make sure I give you guys an honest review of everything that is here. I'm going to put that over yonder. Okay, cool. We know what that is. Let's put that over there. So let's get this thing off here. And I got some notes here to let you guys know what's going on. So here's the situation with this. So this is a 2-stroke engine. All right. This is a 2-stroke engine. I know. What about the 4-stroke? We want the 4-stroke. Okay, cool. Well, guys, we're trying something different. We're trying to see, what other competitors are out there. All right. So this is a 2-stroke engine. All right. So what that means is that you cannot run it upside down like a normal 4-cylinder engine. Okay, cool. For all those who like to turn it sideways and weed eat that way, you can still turn it sideways. You can turn it sideways, probably not just upside down. All right. So another thing is that it runs off of 52 cc's. So 52 cc's is your commercial type engine power. Okay, cool. Anything that's 25 cc's to 30 cc's, that's mostly for your residential and your light commercial. When you want to get the big boys, that's when you go to the 30 and the 40 plus cc's to actually hit that commercial work. We also have commercial clients as well. That's why we want to go with something that definitely has that power. We want to do something that's comparable, but we didn't want to lose power. Anything else about this? The fuel tank is 1.5 liters. Okay. 1.5 liters. All right. And then the engine speed is roughly about 8,500 RPMs. Yes, there are some other comparable ones out there that has, I think, like Steel, the FS91R does a max speed of 9,500 RPMs, but we're trying to go with Vevor. The blade speed is maxing out at 6,500 RPMs, and then the net weight of this thing, it says it's 37, but I'm trying to do like this. This don't feel like 37 at all. Of course, we don't have the attachments on here, but this thing by itself, I have some 25-pound dumbbells in the garage, and yeah, I don't really see how that's 37. So I'm saying that in a good way that it's not 37 pounds. The runtime is about 40. The runtime is about 40 minutes. So you can do that there. So I mean, who's gonna actually be running 40 minutes straight on a weed eater, unless you're doing like a retention pond or you're actually doing like some land clearing. I can see you doing 40 minutes with that, but I can see that you just want to make sure that you are well full on your oil before you even go do something like that, of course. All right, cool. So this is a 2-stroke engine, of course. So for that one, we're going to do, this one requires a 40-to-1 ratio of gas and oil, a 40-to-1 ratio of gas, meaning for every gallon of gas, you're going to put 3 ounces of that 2-cycle engine oil from there. So now you can do the math. So I have a 5-gallon gas tank that I use for my, you know what? I just realized I'm going to have to get another gas tank for this because my other one is a 50-to-1 ratio. And this is a 40-to-1 ratio. Okay. All right. Okay. Anyways, so if I do a 5-gallon gas tank for this, which I probably won't need to do that, but if you did want to do a 5-gallon gas tank for this, it'll just be 16 ounces of the 2-cycle oil. All right. So as we continue to unwrap things and provide the information for you, so I hope that's pretty good information for you guys out there that's I guess a little bit interested as we do this review here. I'm trying to see what other information that I can provide. Let me look at my notes. Nope, we hit everything. So that's good. All right, cool. So let's get into taking the rest of the plastic off of this stuff. All right. So let me just put this in front, put that over there, put that over there, put that over there. Let me get back out my handy dandy trusty tool because we have another to open. All right. Let's do this. always want to cut outward. Don't want to cut into yourself. Outward, outward. You know what, guys? I saw it on the website, and I also saw it on Temu as well. So this is like an accessory box outside of, these are your attachments, your poles, your hedge trimmer, your weed eater, and all that other stuff. So now let's get into what this $202 for a Vevor 52cc 6-in-1 multi-functioning hedge trimmer will do for you. All right. So we got a shield. Got your shield, and obviously you have a mesh. The quality of this is just 100% plastic. I'm not downing it at all. I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm just telling you exactly what the material is. This is a mesh screen. Hold on, that might be metal. Hold on. Shing. Yeah, that's metal. That's metal. By the way, man, I just hope y'all not experiencing any weather right now that's bad at this time, because this is where we got this whole winter storm going on. But I do want to let y'all know that there's going to be an extreme amount of waves coming through later on, throughout the day. and over here's where we have the eye of the hurricane. But we got that going on. So we can do this. It's just a simple, there's like some grooves that you put this on, and you have these things. You put it in, slide it over, do this one here. You can do that there. We're going to put that back in the BizOps. It comes with some headphones, comes with some earmuffs. As far as how many dBs this thing is deducting for when you actually do it. I mean, this is something I would pretty much just let my children play with. I'm probably not going to use this out in the field. I use Climb Muffs. They're Bluetooth headphones. I can take calls and I can listen to music. So I probably won't use those. But it's great that they included this in the box. Thank you, Vevor. Here we have the handle that we have to attach to the system itself. So this one is all plastic. There is no rubber grip that is on it. This is all plastic, so no worries there. But there is a grip right here. This grip reminds me of what's something that has that type of grip. I can't even. But you got a grip for comfort, okay? There it is. Let's get on with it. Now, here is your weed eater bump head. Weed eater bump head, and it is 100% plastic, no problem there. I do like that this reminds me of the Steel AutoCAD. It looks like it's one of the ones you just feed all the way through, and you just twist it, because we have, let's see, we've got, yeah. So that's perfect. So there's nothing missing there as far as you do have something like your Steel FS91R or anything that you switch out for the Steel and weed eater, whatever model you have, and you have like the AutoCAD or the AutoCut one where you still need to twine it. This is very much similar. They do have some buttons here that you can push, and let's see how you feed this twine in here. Man, that thing's strong. Hold on, what's going on? Oh, say push, I'm pushing. Hold on. Oh, push. I just don't know what part is coming off. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Yep. Yeah. That thing is on there tight, man. I can't get that off. I can't get that off. I'm not gonna lie to you. We have a funnel, so if you're doing your 2-cycle engine, and you can use this for anything. If you don't have a funnel, or yours broke, or it's cracked, or whatever the situation is, you got a funnel. I mean, a funnel is a funnel. You got a funnel, all right? And then it comes with some twine. To be honest with you, this twine looks like glue sticks. It looks like, I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying that it's a bad twine. I'm just telling you what it looks like. It looks like when you get like a glue gun, it looks like small string of glue sticks. But of course, even when other commercial products give you the company string, you don't use the company string anyways. So, but we're gonna use this. We're gonna test it out. We're gonna test it out. We want to see how well that cuts. We have a guard for your saw. Shing. All right. So here's your saw bar, your saw bar. All right. And you have the cover for your saw when you're using your pole saw. All right. We have safety goggles, which we're probably not going to use, but they are clear. See, this is the type of plastic that once it gets really scratched, there's no turning back from that. There's no turning back from that. There's no turning back from that. But they brought it in. All right. What else is in here? We have the container. So I guess we got our. But see, this says 50-1. This is the mixing fuel bottle. So they got 5 and they got 10, but this says 50-1. But it's a 40-1 gas ratio. Okay, I see it over here. So the oil, so that you guys can't see it. But on this side it says 30-1, and over here it says 40-1. And so I guess depending on how you want to do it. So even right here, you guys can't see it. Let me see if I can get closer. See if you guys can see that. So we got 30-1, 40-1, and then right here it says 25-1, and then right here it says 50-1. So it's everything but 40-1. But you already know that. Whether you want to use this or not, I mean, that's completely on you. All right, drop that in the box. And then this looks like a pouch. Hear those sleigh bells ringling, ding, 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 to you. No, it's not sleigh bells. This is tools. This is tools. All right, so let's get this box out. We're going to come back to that. We're going to get back to that. And then it gives you gloves. Looks like somebody's grandma knitted these and say, hey, baby, made you some gloves that you can use when you're out there doing them lawns, baby, because I know your hands get rough like a gorilla's back. Thank you, grandma. All right, cool. We're probably going to get those to the kids or something. That's fine. Okay, cool. So here this is. This is your brush cutter blade. And they let us know off the rip that we got the 3T. The 3T is checked. So this is your brush cutter blade. So let's open this bad boy and see what we have. And we're going to review all of this stuff. Not review, but we're going to use all this stuff. Right now for this video, this is truly just the unboxing to see what's in there. All right. So, oh, that thing is sharp. Yeah. I'm not going to take it off, but here's your, yeah, I can definitely see there's like some small brush. I can definitely see this thing like taking it apart, man. It's like knocking it down. So that's great. That's nice. I'm going to put that back in the box. And then we have another brush cutting blade. So this comes with 2 brush cutting blades. And this one lets you know it's a 40T. Okay, cool. This one looks more like like something you will use on like an actual saw, like a hand, not a hand saw, like a power saw. Let's see what this looks like. Goodness. Ooh. Feel like we're in a saw movie. West Lawn Care. For the last 5 years of your life, you've been okay, cool. Dun, 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 dun. Hope that's no copyright. Anyways, but yeah, this is a saw blade. So apparently it looks like you would just take this one and you, of course, you would unattach that bolt, put that on, and then put this one on here. All right, cool. Now we're done with that. Just put that back in here. What is this? Oh, this is the chain. This is the chain that goes on the chain bar, obviously, and it gives you what the millimeters are for that one. So hopefully we go to like some big box store if we needed to get an extra one. We could use that. All right, so let's move the rest of this stuff out the way. And of course, we got the one thing nobody ever pays attention to is the user manual. Make sure that you never. Cool, got it. Moving on. All right, let's put this box away. Let's continue to go into this. So overall, I say that for the price of what you're getting with this, you're getting a lot of stuff, man. You're getting a lot of stuff. And there's two things that I gotta still go over. The tools that come in the pouch. Obviously this goes to the to this, but you know, like most professionals, we're not weed eating with a guard. We're not. No, I need that flexibility. We're not weed eating with a guard. I don't know what that is. I guess I gotta look back at the manual. All right. What? They gave me the handle for a screwdriver. You gotta put everything together. So here's it's multi-use. All right. So you can have a screwdriver, take it out, flip it over, have a flathead. That's pretty useful. I mean, you can use this around the house. If you're switching out some receptacles, whatever the situation is, you got your son, he needs to switch out his battery, you can just hand this to him for your remote control cars. Like, here you go, get out the way. And of course, you got your Allen wrenches, and then you also have this wrench, 8, 10, and then you got the same thing that you get when you get you get like something from steel. You got the same thing, so that's good. And at the end of that is a fillet, and you have the nuts and bolts that are in here that needs to go to however you need to put on that stuff. All right, so I'm putting the tools back in here, and you got some zip ties. That's fine. Zip ties. All right, I can definitely put this back in the bag. You know what? So I saw on the actual online, and when I looked at some videos for it, I'm not gonna put this on, but this is apparently something that you could use for your wife in the bedroom. So if you guys want to do something, I'm just playing. So I don't know how in the heck. What type of apparatus? What am I, a Michelin chef? What is this? But you know what? No, all jokes aside. So you take this hook, and so this is protecting your side. And then with this attachment right here, you take it, and if you don't feel like holding it, you can attach it in here. Come on now. You can attach it in here. So if whatever you're doing, if you're on a long job and it's very tedious and your arm gets a little fatigued, you have this on here to give you like a little extra support with what you're doing out there. I know steel gives you something that's like a one strap, but I've never seen something that fully puts you in a baby seat when you're getting ready to use a lawn equipment tool. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, moving on to the next. So here we go. Now I think I do want to use these gloves for using this head trimmer because I moved it one time when I had another equipment, from another company, and that thing cut the heck out of my finger. It took about 6 to 8 months for it to heal. I think I actually went down to the muscle. So I'm gonna put these on. And I hope they are something like kind of like Kevlar, but I doubt that. I know Grandma made these. Let's just slide this bad boy off. It's not a slide off. You just take it off on the side. Okay. Now let's see what type of rotation we get with this. See where I say. And so you know what? There's really like no housing for it. It's just pretty much out in the element. So if you have like an open trailer, and this is all metal, I would highly suggest that you get like a plastic bag and try to cover this up, because I can see that over time like rust is going to be a huge factor on this thing, because there really is no housing for this. And I think even the steel one doesn't have one, so never mind. But yeah, if you want to go that extra amount of protection, you can do that. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, probably around like 17 different teeth. So you can just use that to change your rotation. Wait, how are we doing this? How do we do this? Oh, this thing. Is it stuck? Which way do I go? So this bottom one unlocks it to get for this top one. So that's where I'm stuck now. And how do we get this? What? See, I guess I gotta look at the manual. Probably if I had it in the pole itself, maybe it'd be a lot easier. So let's do that. So let's put it in the pole. Just put it in the pole, and then we'll go from there. All right. So we'll come back to that. So this is obviously your pole that goes for your saw. This one does have a housing. Obviously you put your chain oil in here. You just take this off, attach that, and then you go on as normal. And I like how it has like this little cupping board too, so that if you're not using it, you can protect it. That's nice. So that wouldn't have to happen with your gears. That's nice. Okay. Let's actually try to put one of these things together. So this is nicely threaded pin here. This has a pull pin. So it can kind of lock in place. This has a pull pin. You see that right there on the inside? It's pulling that. So when you have your pole or whatever attachment that you're using, outside of it being screwed on, it will latch on into this hole here for security. So I like that. That's nice. So you'll probably have to unscrew it first, use both hands, pull here first, and then pull out. So that's nice. All right, so let's get this bad boy in here. But you know what I want to do? I actually want to go ahead and set up let's go ahead and set up the weed eater. Let's do that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and set that up. Cool. Let's go ahead and set that up. So it doesn't come 100% fastened, of course, which is good. So we're going to take this off. Can't really grip anything with these gloves, man. You know what? I'm probably about close to it, but we gotta get this thing going. What? Why is this thing coming off? You know what? Because it's just like the steel one. You gotta put that hole in there. Yep, you need that rod. Yep. You need that rod. Where's that rod? Or use your just like when you're changing a butt head on the steel equipment, you gotta use that rod to get in there to actually stop it. So let's do that. And then that should be the same thing. Now let's get it. There we go. I see it coming. Yeah. It's the opposite. I was tightening it. I thought I was loosening it the whole time. All right. That makes sense because when you're spool, because when your weed head is spinning, you don't want it to be spinning in the same direction. That's going to loosen it up. That's not what you would want. That's not what you would want at all. And so you would put this back on. You would use this and that nut back on when you got your brush cutters, and you want to put that on to stop that from coming off. But you don't need it with your weed eater, with your butt head. And I think this is the opposite spin too as well. Yep. So spin that on, get that nice and white like a tiger. All right. So that's in there. Now let's attach this bad boy. This is what I really want to try out. All right. So we're gonna pull that pin. Gonna pull that pin. Let it sit. You know what? Let's go ahead and loosen this up. Go ahead and loosen it up. Pull that pin. There we go. Let that pin go. I'm gonna give it a nice twist to make sure it's in there secure, which it is. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up. That's nice and tight. And then pretty much there it is. This thing is pretty long. Yeah. All right. Cool. Just go ahead and put this handle on here. Boom. Don't go anywhere. Now where's that thing that I said that was for? I obviously need something for the bottom of it. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put it. Do I want to put it right there? Yeah. I want to put it right there. Before we do that, let's just talk about some other things on here. Same thing, stop function. I know some of the other ones, like I'm familiar with still, that's more like a push button to stop. This one is a slide. You got to slide it up to stop. Same thing here, still like another plastic part. Still another plastic part. Push this down to actually engage the trigger. That's nice. Let me see what this is. So that's when the manual comes into play. to find out what that is. Does that tighten it? That tightens it. Oh, it's not. So you can change the sensitivity on your trigger. You can change the sensitivity. Now there's another weed eater that does this. This is my first one having to do. So all y'all shut your mouth. Yeah, that changes the sensitivity, man. That's nice. That's nice. All right, cool. So you don't want, okay, cool. All right, that's nice. All right, cool. Yeah, whatever. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. Where's that? What did I say that again? Let's get it back over here. Now I gotta find the piece that I was laughing at. Nope, that's not it. It's in that bag. It's in here, right? Bam, there it is. All right. Wait, hold on. This ain't it either. Nope, that ain't it. Yeah, that definitely go for that. How I'm gonna put this on here? What is it? How I'm gonna put this on here? I'm gonna get this to stay Vevor. Let me find something. Maybe there's something else. I doubt it. Y'all seen me pull everything out the bag, out the box. Hold on. No, y'all didn't see me pull everything out the box. Sorry about that. Hey, it's a review. All right. So, but what I do need is those screws, and I also need 4 of them. All right. So we're gonna use these short ones. We're gonna use these short ones. Where it? Where it? Where it? Where it? It's a brand new hood hop. If y'all remember that song, put something in the comments, and we'll go from there. All right, cool. And then we're gonna need these bolts. There's another one in there, right? There it is. All right, cool. And which one is it? Which one will I need? I'm going to need the outer inches, so we can get this on here. And which one am I going to need? I'm going to need the small one. Boom, that's gonna work. Perfect. Keep all my tools together. I'm going to put that back in there, back on there for a second, so I won't lose anything like I already did. I never really understood what this thing was for. Even when you get like a steel product, it's like this thing is on there. If you know what it's for, let me know. I never thought to ask or go research why the thing is on there. Okay, cool. Anyways, so this goes on like this, and there's like a little bump here. I guess maybe there's like a hole or something. There's a hole right here. So that's, I feel like I'm playing the bass. Okay, anyways, let's get this in here first. Let's get that in there first. All right, let's get that in there first. Cool. And then we're going to, but you know what I see with this is that what I do with my other product is I can adjust where I want my handle. I see with that bump, this is what you're going to have to do. With that little notch in there, you're either going to have to find out some way to cut that notch off, because if you're holding something down here, I like mine, like I have on my steel, or the steel that I had mine up here. I don't know why it was more comfortable for me, but I don't want to be all the way down here when I'm leaning. I want to feel like I have more of a pole, more extension, more length to do like whatever weeding that I'm doing. So we're going to do this here, and then I'll probably have to do like a mod to actually get it to where I want. But yeah, we'll do it like that. Yeah, we'll do it like that. So let's do it as it is. And then the next time we do an actual review using the product, because this is just an unboxing, and then we'll see where we go from there. All right. Whew. Okay. All right. So if I was to screw that in, that's exactly what that would look like. So here we go. So I'm not gonna screw that in. I don't want to make this video longer than what it should be. But here is the Vevor 52cc 6-in-1 multi-function tool that comes with the weed trimmer, that comes with the pole saw, and that comes with 2 brush cutters. On the Vevor website, vevor.com. You can also find it on Temu. They're selling this as well. This was $202. We did the 2-year warranty, whatever the situation is. Once again, this is a 2-cycle engine. The RPMs is 8,500. You get like 40 minutes runtime on this. So yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think. We'll let you know. We're gonna do a review. This was just an unboxing. You see everything here. Then we're gonna actually go out in the backyard or find some field somewhere, and we're gonna put this thing to the test. Hey man, go enjoy your day. Go cut some grass. West Lunker. We out. Cool. Done. Nice. That was fun. That was fun. That was fun.